I'm okay right now.
I think just normal. I'm just a normal. I'm happy that I feel like I'm normal, you know.
I think in this moment I'm really excited for the next phase of my life, but I'm also scared of the change that is gonna come with all of it. When I first came, like as a freshman, my first 2 quarters here, I was very happy and positive all the time. I was just excited, but I also had this like very sad feeling of missing home and everything that I knew. And that's always hard. Like finding your community is very hard, and it was pretty hard for me my freshman year to find my community and where I truly belong.
I feel like I'm homesick all the time. I miss my parents all the time, and I've never lived apart from them for 18 years. To just suddenly do that, it's really hard. In high school, I had a really huge friend circle because we went to school with them, and then suddenly in university I just didn't know anyone, not a single person, not from my country, not from any country, and it was very, very just isolating, I think, at first.
I feel so like inferior, I feel so inadequate, I feel I'm just wasting my parents' money for being here. I just feel like, why you're doing, like, I don't know, like, I don't feel like motivated to get up every day. It just, nothing's working out.
I was saying, like, taking medicine for depression and anxiety, they think there's something wrong with you. They think it's not, if you're taking medicine for a disease or that's in your head, then you must be crazy, or there must be something wrong with you, there's something wrong with your family, and so people don't do that. People don't go to therapists because they think if you go to one, you're crazy.
I think like the general like environment that I like, culture that I was really soaked in is like, you don't ask for help because it would put burden and responsibility to other people. So I was always keeping everything to myself. I like always do everything myself. I just don't want to be dependent, and I think I didn't like distinguish the difference between asking for help and being dependent.
It was never really an open discussion that we had about mental health or wellness. I think everyone just expects you to be okay, mental health, because mental health is not something that you can like physically see. It's not a physical ailment. I think it was always put on as you're fine mentally, like that's just it. You go about your day, get your stuff done, always be successful. I think, I really struggled with not finding a community. I'm extremely extroverted, and so like social interaction is really important to me. It gives me energy, and so not finding a community was hard, but also not having genuine connections was something that was really hard for me as well, because as you hear a lot about the Seattle freeze and what that means, I was constantly having like ingenuine, unauthentic conversations, and I realized very early on in my life that I prioritize relationships that give me life and give me happiness, and so I wasn't finding that here.
I kind of like look for food for solutions. It was not like I'm like enjoying the food or anything. It just like I have to keep like stuffing myself with something so I don't have to think about anything. Like I wouldn't just eat until I'm full. I would eat until like I want to throw up. Mm-hmm. And I did throw up. I don't know what healthy means anymore. I feel like healthy, you eat healthy, you exercise, and that's it. And now I realize, God, there's so much more than that. Is your thought healthy? Is your relationship with other people healthy? Is your relationship with yourself healthy?
Fitting in was really hard for me until I realized that fitting in isn't really like a concept. You just be yourself. And I know saying that is easy and everyone says it, but it's actually really hard to just completely be yourself. So even in college, I feel like finding who you are. I still don't know who I am, but just that journey, that confusion, you're conflicted, just handling all of that was just really hard. And because initially I thought I had to do it alone, so it was harder.
Halfway through the second year, I had like a major emotional breakdown for 2 months straight. And that was the point, like I really started to asking for help from people and really open up to people. And I actually make more friends that way, like just by showing people, hey, I'm weak, like or this is how I feel.
I feel like in my culture, therapy and talking to therapists isn't a very common notion. And so I never did that before. And so I was very foreign to the concept of it. And I was very stubborn about even trying it because all my life I've known that it doesn't work, or I've never just done it, it's just not common. So I did try the UW Counseling Center my freshman year, and it actually did help, but it took me about 1 year to convince myself to go there. So, but I think after I started going there and talking to my college friends in general, it helped me a lot, but I needed a push from a lot of people to just start doing something about my mental state.
I think getting involved with on campus, I had to have and feel that experience of being vulnerable about my struggles, but talking more openly, because I think it helped me, it helps other people to know that they're not alone. I think we have this culture within the international student community itself about not talking about homesickness as much, just because you want to feel like you're okay, and you don't want to feel like you're ungrateful for this opportunity to come study here, which is definitely a real struggle because we're all going through it in some capacity. And so I feel like being more open with your struggles is easier to encourage and inspire each other. I think try new things for sure. Find what you're passionate about, and surround yourself with people who lift you up and you have genuine connections with.
I honestly think have fun is the best advice. Don't take too much pressure on yourself. Go out, explore Seattle, go out to have dinner with your friends, just chill. Like, it's not just academics. College is about learning how to learn. It's not just good grades and stuff. That's just a part of it.
When you find out something is wrong or you feel weird, don't illegitimate your feelings. Like, just, you can lie to anyone, but don't lie to yourself.